Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to show you how to implement React Navigation version 6 in your React Native app, and here we are going to make a layout similar to this. It's working properly on both iOS and Android devices, and I got the inspiration for this layout from this Dribble post. So shout out to this person Nodari on Dribble. Sorry I couldn't pronounce the last name. In this tutorial we are going to create just the first screen, and when we click on the button we will go to another screen, which is very basic. If you want me to create other screens also, then let me know in the comment section below. I will try to incorporate these screens in other tutorials of this tutorial series. Here you will learn not only about React Navigation but also adding custom fonts and SVG to your app, and how we can get rid of default header that comes with Stack Navigator and this beautiful UI. So if you are a complete beginner in React Native, then also this tutorial is for you. And as you have already guessed, with this tutorial I am starting a new tutorial series on React Navigation version 6, as I have done for version 5 earlier. You will get the link of it in the description as always, and also I will link it in the eye icon of this video. So if you are interested in this kind of tutorial, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this. And without wasting any more time, let's get started with the tutorial. So here is our project, and this project is created with React Native CLI, and here you can see the default screen present here. I have just added this icon package here, which is called React Native Vector Icons. If you want to know how to install this package, then you can see my previous tutorial where I have shown you how to do that. In this tutorial I am not going to show it, but in this tutorial I am going to show you how to install custom fonts. As here you can see we have the assets directory, and within assets directory I have this fonts directory, and within this fonts directory I have few custom fonts present which I have downloaded from Google Fonts. So in this project I am going to install these fonts, but before that let me create the UI which we are going to create. So for that, here I am going to clear out all these things, so we don't need this thing, and similarly other things also. And here I am creating app component, and in this component right now I am just returning this view. Let's save it. Now we can see that our skin has been updated. So here first get rid of these things which are not needed. We will require the safe area view, then we will require text, and we will require touchable opacity to create our button. Now here within this view let's provide a text. So first I will provide this text. Now save it. After saving it, here we can see that text is at the top. So we need to wrap this thing with a safe area view. Now you can see that it has been moved little down, right? And we can see it very clearly. Now for this safe area view, let's provide some styles. And here first we will provide flex 1. Then for justify content, I will provide center. And for align items I will provide center as well, and let's provide a background color which will be white color. Now save it. Now after that we can see that this text has been moved at the center of this screen. Now we need to provide some styles for this text. I will provide font size 30, font weight will be bold, and for the color of it I will provide this color. Now save it. Now after this let's create the button. This button. So after this text let's create the button. So it will be our touchable opacity, and within this touchable opacity we need to provide the text, and the text will be let's begin. And after this text we have this icon. So here I will provide the icon, and as I have already imported this material icons, so I am going to use it. So here it will be material icons, and the name of it will be arrow forward iOS. For the size of it I will use 22 pixel, and the color of it will be white color. Now save it. So here we can see the button, but we cannot see the icon. Let's change the color. So here it is, right? Now let's provide the styling for this touchable opacity. So here first the background color will be this color, and let's provide some padding. Now let's provide some width, and width will be 90%, and for border radius I will provide 5 pixel, and let's provide flex direction of row, and justify content will be space between, so that this text and this icon will be positioned at both of the extreme sides. Now save it. So here we can see that it has been aligned properly. Now we need to style this text. So for this text, let's provide some style. Here I will provide font weight bold. For font size, I will use 18 pixel, and for the color of it, I will use white color. Okay, so it's looking good. Now let's install these custom fonts. To install these fonts, first we need to create a file called reactnative.config.js, and here we need to provide this module.exports, and here for the project we will have this iOS and Android, but here we will not provide anything. If we need to do any customization for specific platforms, then we can specify those things here for their respective platforms. But for our project, we don't need to do any customization for specific platforms, so we are not going to provide anything in these platform specific sections. For the custom fonts, we need to specify assets, and here the assets will be the assets directory, and then we have the fonts within the fonts directory. So this is the asset which we want to include in our project. Now save this file. After that, let's type this npx react native link command in your terminal and hit enter. So it has been successfully linked to our project. Now we can use these fonts in our project. So here I will use font family, this Roboto medium italic. So I am copying the name of it and using that here in font family. Now save it. Okay, it's showing unrecognized font family. After providing these assets, we need to rebuild our project. So I am closing this Metro Bundler UI process. Now let's run this project for iOS again. So if your iOS project build has been failed like this, then you need to open your iOS project, this XE workspace project in Xcode, and then you need to click on your project name and go to build phases, and here at the bottom, if you have these things, then you need to just remove those. So click on delete. Now close this, and now let's try it again. For Android, you don't need to do anything. It will be linked properly and it will work fine, but I have seen that for iOS it's having this kind of issue. Now let's again try to build our project for iOS. Now we can see that our iOS project has been built successfully, and here we can see the font has been changed for this text, right? And similarly for this text, I will provide font family, this interbold. So let's copy the name and paste it here. Now after that we are left with the SVG icon. So here at the middle we need to provide this SVG image, and we have that available within our assets directory. And to use this we need to install React Native SVG package and React Native SVG transformer. So I am opening these two side by side. So first we need to install this React Native SVG. Let's copy this command and use it here. And then we need to use this React Native SVG transformer. So let's copy it, and here npm I, then the package name, hit enter. So it has been installed. Now then we need to do some customization. So here for the React Native 0.57 or newer versions, we need to use these codes in our metro.config.js file. So here we have this metro.config.js file. After these codes, I will paste those codes. Now save it. Now after that we can use the SVG by importing it. So let's import from assets, then our SVG file name. Now we can use this gaming image as a component. So after this view, let's use this gaming image, and let's provide width 300 and height 300 as well. Now save it. Okay, now again we need to build our project. Let's run this command. Okay, it's showing the error because after installing it, we need to do the pod installation for iOS. For Android, you don't need to do anything. So here, go to iOS directory and then run this pod install command. Now it has been installed. Now go back to our root directory and build our project. And now it is getting failed because of this thing. I need to open this project in Xcode and go to this build phases. Here we can see that it has been created, which we have deleted previously. So we need to delete it once again. And now let's build it. So here now we can see that our SVG image has been present, right? Now we need to change some layout of it. We are going to rotate it a little bit and we need to push this text at the top and this button in the bottom of the screen. So first let's tilt the image. For this let's provide the style, and here for the style of it let's provide transform, then rotate, and here I'm going to provide -15 degree. Now we can see it has been tilted little bit. Now let's provide a wrapper view for this gaming image, and let's provide some style for this view. First let's provide flex 1, then justify content center, align items center as well. Now after saving it, we can see that these both items has been pushed at the top and the bottom. Now let's provide some margins. So here for the text I will provide margin top 20, and for this button let's provide margin bottom 50. So now it's looking perfect as per our design. So now we are completed with our UI. Now we need to focus in React Navigation version 6, and for that we need to go to React Navigation official website and we can click on this read docs button, and here we have all the information related to it. So first we need to copy this command. So as I am using npm, so I will use this npm command. Now hit enter. Now after that we need to copy this command as well. Hit enter. Now we need to do this pod installation for iOS. And by doing this pod installation, I think we will have same issue as we have faced earlier. Let's see if we will have any build issue, then we need to remove that from build phase. Let's see. Now for the Android, we need to copy these codes in our main activity class that will be located in here. So here we have this main activity. Now within this class we need to provide these codes and we need to import this thing at the top. Now save it. Now let's see for iOS. Okay, it has been failed, so we need to do that again. So you can do it like this. First you can install these things and later you can install the custom fonts, because for the custom fonts we need to delete these things, because only for custom fonts I have seen that this problem is occurring for iOS only. It is not for Android. So if you are not developing for Android, you don't need to bother about it. I'm just showing you all this process so that if you are facing any problem, then you will have a reference. From now on, I will not show you this thing, as I have already shown you this issue and the fix 2 times more. So this is the last time I am showing you. Now let's build it again. Okay, so it has been built successfully. Now we need to install the Stack Navigator, and for that we need to copy this code and paste it here. So it has been installed. Now we can use it in our project. So for that, first we need to create 2 screens. So here we have already created 1 screen. So I'm changing this component name from app to main, and here I'm creating this app component, and after this main component here I'm creating another component called home. And for this home, I'm just simply providing a view and a text. So here it is a text called home screen, and for the view of it, I will provide flex 1, justify content center, and align items center as well. Now here let's return home component to see how it is showing. So this is the home screen. Now we are going to provide the navigator. We will go to home screen from this main screen, and for that we need to import these things. So I am copying it from here. Here I am importing navigation container from React Navigation native package, and from native stack for the stack navigator I am importing this create native stack navigator. And we need to create the stack navigator by providing this code. Now within our app component, first we need to provide this navigation container. So our complete app will be wrapped within this navigation container, and then we can create the stack navigator by providing this stack.navigator, and within this navigator we can provide stack.screen. So this stack means this constant, and we need to specify the screens. So here for the first screen component, I will provide main component, and I will provide a name as main. And similarly, let's copy it for home. Let's give a name of home. Now save it. Okay, so here again we have another issue. Let's see what is happening here. Let's see if we can get rid of this issue by rebuilding our project. Okay, so after rebuilding our project, we can see that our app is running perfectly fine. Now we need to go to home screen after clicking on this button. So here for this main component, we will receive this navigation prop after using it as a screen in our stack navigator. Now we can use it here for this touchable opacity on press navigation.navigate, and we want to navigate to home screen. Now click here. So we are going to the home screen, and we can go back. So this is how we can go to another screen and go back. Now let's get rid of this header. So here for this stack screen we have options, and here for the header we have this header shown property, and for it I will provide false. So now our header has been gone. So now we can go to our home screen and go back to our main screen, in which we don't have the default header. So this is the tutorial, guys. This is the first tutorial of this series. I hope you have learned something new from this tutorial. If you do so, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this. And very soon I will come up with next part of this tutorial series. So stay tuned for that. And if you are seeing this video in future, then I have already posted those videos, and you can check those videos now from the description or the link provided here, and share this tutorial with your friends and colleagues. If you have any kind of suggestion for me, then you can let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. In the meantime, have a great day. Goodbye.